Final game of the series about to get underway. It's Jacob Maben, Herzog, Derek Maben, Stark, Zellner, Moniz, Ochi, Holstad, and Cummings for the Wolves. For the Wildcats defensively, Van Kempski starts over at first, Larson at second. Peter is over at third, the shortstop, Trevor Tripoli. Left to right across the outfield, Zach Berryman, Adam Fussell, and Tyler McLean. Austin Olin moves behind the plate. And on the bump, it's Dylan Weiss. That one's over for a strike. Weiss, 7 appearances, 5 starts. 24 2/3 innings. He struck out 22, walked 10, 1-3 record, an ERA of 9.49. Opposing hitters at 364 against the right-hander. Leadoff single through the right side.
Third baseman number 4, Justin Herzog.
Did you guys broadcast last year while I was pitching?
Either Caleb or the Berg.
Did you do any of our games when I pitched? Last year's stats.
0-1 count to Herzog, and it's 1-1. Been a tough day for the Wildcats across the board. Women's rugby fell to Life. Men's rugby fell to Cal, so their playoff run is over. Softball lost game 1. That one's over for a strike, 1-2. And baseball dropped game 1. Jacob Maben leads off at first. And that's going to be a buck unless time was called. And it looks like Herzog must have had time at the plate. The home plate umpire kind of waved off his partner there. The field umpire is correct. Had time not been called, that absolutely would have been a balk. One and two the count. Safe lead at first. Herzog laces that one down the first base line and fair. It's going to roll to the wall. They'll wave around Jacob Maben. Digging for third, the throw, the slide, safely in for a triple. Herzog tagged that ball. Van Kempski couldn't quite get there. And it's an early 1-0 lead for the Wolves. Here's Derek Maben. 2 for 4 in game number 1, a run scored, drove in 3, walked once. Hitting .331. First pitch over for a strike. Olin keeps it close. 1 ball and 1 strike. Down and in, call the strike, 1-2. Derek Maben. 2-2. Count evens up.
Lower, man. I can't tell.
On the ground is short, a two-hopper. Tripoli. Throw across, gets him. The run does score, so it's 2-0 Western Oregon here in the top of the first.
Now batting first baseman number 37, John Stark.
First pitch to Stark, misses 1-0. He had another big fly in the last game. He's a 2 on the series for him. Lifted foul. McLean's going to give chase, but it's way out. Weiss rocks and delivers. Fouled off the foot of Stark. It's 2-2. Two is fouled off. Almost a nice catch down there off the netting in the Wolves dugout. Here's the 2-2. High, deep, gone. Onto the batting cage. 3-0. Third home run of the series for Stark. And that'll be an early visit to the mound for Kramer Champlin.
That ball was inside. That was in our third, too. Like, I don't know. He's got around. I think he was a jam, too.
And Anthony Zellner awaits his first plate appearance.
Are you serious? There's nothing wrong. Granted, he was down 2 on the count. We got back to 2-2. Threw a well inside located fastball. Guy is tying it up just right.
Champlin with the slow walk back to the dugout. Champlin, a former member of the Toronto Blue Jays organization. Pitched at Arizona State. Swing and a miss there from Zellner. It's 0-1. Arizona State, of course, the former home of Dustin Pedroia. And many others, as Reed Rasmussen chimes in. And actually, current GNAC SID Jeff Evans over at Western Washington spent some time down at ASU working with the baseball program as well before he went on to the Texas Rangers and the Seattle Mariners. Came back to the college ranks for the Vikings. On a line and down. The 1-2, not a good spot for a 2-strike pitch. And Zellner's aboard. 4 hits already in the ball game for Western Oregon, and here's Leighton Moniz. 302 on the year, 1 home run, 4 batted in. He's scored 10 times. Central has been snake bitten by the home run ball this series. That one misses 1-0. Call the strike, 1-1.
Bob Warner went there too. Reggie Jackson, Mike Leake, Barry Bonds,
Big swing, 1-2.
Andre Ethier, Ike Davis, Jason Kipnis, Cole Calhoun, Ian Kinsler. Holy, Cole Calhoun was actually alcoholic too. He was just drunk. Ian Kipnis, or Jason Kipnis, Ian Kinsler, Andre Ethier.
Here's the 1-2. Moniz reaches for it. In a right center. McLean, he's got it.
Actually, Muhammad Ali.
Or at number 2.
The designated hitter, number 10, Ibi Kiyoshi.
That pitcher threw no hitter in the bigs last year for the Padres.
Musgrove.
Yep. Kramer ruined Joe Musgrove in the minors when they were first.
Here's Ochi. Swinging first pitch 0-1. He's hitting 182. He's got 1 home run, 2 batted in, and he's scored 5 times.
Kramer's drafted like the 36th round, and Musgrove was like the first rounder. And they were both like catch partners and stuff going on with the minors.
Big swing from Ochi. 0-2 the count. One pitch away from stopping the bleeding here in the first.
Snow? Gosh, where'd they find that snow?
There's a little pile over there.
At least they're outside doing something.
Yesterday they were underneath our bleachers. You heard Chris make the announcement. They were messing around over here, jumping on all your guys' stuff and banging stuff around.
0-2.
What do you expect? Kids will be kids.
In the dirt, Owen blocks it. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
At least they're not like sitting inside.
Yeah, that's fair.
Back when I was playing on dirt, when I was 10 years old, coming home muddy, getting chewed out by my mom. Why you close the dirt? Never wash those?
Here's the 1-2.
Jeez, Weiss.
Another uncompetitive pitch back to back, and the count's even at 2-2. You can throw a waste pitch, but it's still got to be competitive. It's got to look good. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. A dribbler to the left side. Ochi may reach on this. Infield single for him.
That's just unfortunate.
A swinging bunt. And with 2 down, Jackson Holstad will stand in. 282 on the year, 2 home runs, and 28 batted in. One for 4. He drove in 3 in the front end of this doubleheader. And that'll be a pass ball on Oland, a very rare pass ball charged to him.
Are you serious? They're going to take him out? He's not even doing terrible, dude. He's just, guys are hitting him.
Caleb's favorite pitcher.
Connors.
1-0 is fouled away, 1-1.
It's Caleb's favorite pitcher, I'll tell you that. You weren't up here yesterday.
Okay. Oh, so he pitched yesterday. Okay, so we got probably both Kiersey or Drew Richardson.
Nope, no problem.
Jake Bradley's warming up in the bullpen for the Wildcats. Here's the 1-1. In the air to left, twisting, and Berryman jogging makes the grab. Western Oregon gets 3 runs on 5 hits in the opening frame. They lead it 3-0. Bottom of the first, Zach Berryman leads off, and he will stand in against Parker Johnson. Johnson, 10 appearances, 5 starts, 1 complete game.
They have to come out from the 10. They can't come from the dugout.
He's got a record of 6-2 through 34 and a third innings. ERA of 3.41. Opposing hitters at just 2.31 against the right-hander.
You can come from the dugout at the start of the new inning, I think.
Right. He's just opening up way too much. But those model guys in the bigs can carve any team they want to, though, like outside of MLB baseball.
That'll be a fly out to right. Holstad makes the grab for out number 1.
Now batting center fielder number 7, Adam Fossil.
It's dark out. Wow, jeez. I'd say they were really good in game 1 of this series.
Hasn't that kind of been the story all year?
Fouled away by Fossil. He moves up to the number 2 spot in the lineup. Charlie Larson moves down to the 5 spot. Holstad right there for out number 2. Back-to-back flyouts to the right fielder.
Now batting the catcher number 13, Austin Olin.
Over in Bellingham, the Wildcats with a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the 4th. As Oland hits this one deep to right at the track. The wall! See ya! Solo home run for Austin Oland.
Home run number 8 on the year for Austin Olin.
8th big fly of the year for the Wildcats backstop. It's 3-1. Isabel Womack over in Bellingham throwing a 1-hitter with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th.
Right fielder number 9, Tyler McClain.
Wildcats' bats have been clicking, but not quite enough to drive in runs. They've scored 1 run on 10 hits. Another one struck hard, but it's off the end of the bat. Jacob Maven will make the grab in center for out number 3. Central does get one back on the solo big fly by Austin Oland. It's 3-1 Western Oregon. of the second, it's Levi Cummings leading things off. Hit his first home run of the season in Game 1. Fouls off a breaking ball there. The count 0-2. The 0-2.
Good pitch. That's a good 0-2 pitch. I like that. That's a competitive 0-2 pitch.
Good spot for an 0-2 pitch there from Weiss. On a line to short. It's going to fall. Tripoli, a spin move. The throw, not in time. Infield single for Cummings.
See what I'm saying, though? See, like, Drew, like, I feel like his WAR is pretty good at first base. He has not been there, picked every ball he's seen. Gets on base. He's basically Scott Happy.
So here is Justin Herzog. Excuse me, Jacob Mabin. Lineup card flips over.
Drew was a catcher in high school until he shot his arm out. So, get loose. Or not get loose, but, like start playing catch. Get loose a little bit.
Misses down and away. 1 ball and no strike.
This is like get hot.
Wolves center fielder.
Oh, he was? I didn't know he was caught. Yeah, Drew caught in high school. He was a good catcher. Back when he was 205, not 230.
He put on weight.
He's, I mean, his
Just misses. 2 balls, no strikes.
His brother's huge, too. Drew's actually kind of slimmed down now. He had, like, shoulder surgery a year and a half ago, and he got pretty big from that. But he's lost some weight. He's eating really good, too. He's making him move faster.
That'll be a foul ball on the hit and run. Cummings will have to make the jog back.
Jacob Maven's on base rate is 456. His on base rate is higher than his slugging.
Check over at first.
Hits a lot of his hits are singles. Yes, that's what that means. Yes, exactly. I'm not surprised. Yeah. I mean, he's a Bradley Fish yesterday. Got it.
Back in time. Cummings. That was a little close for comfort. Fouled away. 2-2. Weiss with a quick move towards home plate.
He's getting down 2 on the count. He comes back 2-2.
Almost a slide step from him.
Nussman has a better arm than Owen. You'd be surprised. If it's a decent pitch that Owen can get around with.
Runner going on the 2-2. Into center. Fossil's got it. Cummings will jog back to first. There's 1 out in the inning.
Third baseman number 4, Justin Herzog. Oh, it's going straight to.
Yeah, you see the flag? Yeah.
Almost dead center.
It's a new weather current.
As is almost tradition in Ellensburg, the wind is picked up.
Go.
This one's hit into right center. It's into the jet stream, and it's going to get down. And putting on the brakes. Woo, everybody's throwing on the brakes.
That ball was like a can corner, and then just kind of kept carrying, and the jet stream took it.
Runners now on second and third after the double from Herzog.
Batting the shortstop number 26, Derek Maven.
And Derek Mabin, 0 for 1 with an RBI already. Chance to drive in another.
7 hits.
God, it was so weird. Last year, at least didn't get hit. This year, he's just getting pieced.
First pitch misses, 1-0.
Conservative ankle injury.
He was in the beginning, like earlier in this year, yes, but now he's like normal. I don't know. Some guys are just hitting.
count even at 1-1.
It's a good $5,000. That's the issue.
It'd be really nice, especially if you guys get that new field house with the extra cages in the infield.
Isn't the field house gonna be done by the end of this year or by next
Fouled
year?
away.
End of next year, right? Field house.
Field house,
Next year.
optimistically, field house and gym they were shooting for like February.
Next year, right? Yeah. That's a pretty good timeline.
Because they're a couple weeks behind. They were talked about starting the gym right before basketball went to regionals. But then again,
In the dirt. Good. Blocked by Oland.
I'll say that though. I mean, once they got going, it was.
That'll keep everybody stationary.
That's how it usually is. There's some days where some days are slow effort, some days you just get so much done. It's great.
Yeah. Well, probably took them a while to get the
Foundation.
dirt work and foundation done with the weather because there was times that it rains and it's too loose, you can't dig it.
Once in the summer, they'll probably get a bunch done. Oh yeah.
It's just a trip seeing how much that wall on the left side.
Throw to the plate. That's going to get away.
Okay, so he reaches fielder's choice.
Is that an error, right?
He was up on the throw.
That's an error, right?
Yes. And then he scores on E3.
This means you gotta get hot in the pen.
It's 4-1. Charge a throwing error to Van Kemsky at first. And runners on the corner and one out. And here's Stark. And he's been a problem for Wildcat pitchers in this series. It's over for a strike, 0-1, and that might have been the only good pitch he's going to get to hit in this at-bat.
Wow. 31 yard, right?
Yeah.
Wow, Weeze, that ball was looking very 450 at center for me.
Swing and a miss, 0-2.
Especially with the wind.
That's what I'm saying. I've yet to see anyone go yard dead center here because the wind will take it left or right.
I saw one guy my freshman year in 2017. I think it was
What?
our big African American.
Yeah, I was trying to be like correctly.
Yeah,
correct that.
I forget his name, but
Yeah, did he get drafted?
no.
0-2, just off the corner.
Injured or something?
One ball and 2 strikes.
And then the relief pitcher we had got drafted by the Indians.
Yeah.
He retired last year.
Oh, he's done now?
I don't know why. I know that talking to a few people, starting to come down a little.
And Stark with a little poke into left.
1 run scored.
It'll be 5-1.
It's starting to rain. It's probably coming. There is the weather. It's gonna come.
Yeah, now the inclement weather is going to start. I don't know whether it's rain, slush, hail, or snow, but something is falling from the sky. I think Josh Wetzler is going to go out and test it out here. No, he's just going to put the jacket on. Got to get a little bit warmer up here in the press box.
I think you get drafted to up here.
Yeah. He's gonna Oh, we might have to.
What?
And they're going to go to the bullpen, so we'll take a timeout and be right back. It's cold out there, folks. 1-0 the count. Jake Bradley has taken over. He got runners on first and second with one out. Down the left field line, and it'll land harmlessly foul. But I can confirm it's a little bit of hail, a little bit of rain. And it's a cold one. I think anybody who sticks around on this one should get a coupon to Domino's. That's some... That's a... It's fouled back by Zellner. Got a couple umbrellas out. It's coming down good, though. It went from 0 to 100 real quick. Here's the 1-2 from Bradley, and it's fouled off by Zellner. Yeah, it's going to be a tough game now for pitchers, because as hot as you think you might get out of the bullpen, any stoppage in throwing is it's going to de-escalate how warm you are very quickly. Not to mention trying to feel your fingertips in this type of weather. That'll be a single. It's down. They're going to wave around the runner from third. Everybody trying to get out of the way. It's cut off, and they might have had him had it not been. Have to assume that was some poor communication there. And Van Kemsky apologizing to his pitcher. It's 6-1. 3 runs across in each of the first 2 innings so far for Western Oregon, and they've got just 1 out. I thought winter was over. Got back up the middle. Tripoli steps on the bag for 1. The throw for 2. And that'll end the inning. Third base umpire was pointing the runner, I think, to say obstruction there, had they not got the runner at first. But it'll end the inning. Western Oregon leads it 6-1 after plating 3. Bottom of the second, Charlie Larson leads off. And Parker Johnson out there with no sleeves. Hope he's got a jacket to stay warm in between innings. It's going to be a tough one. 1-0 to Larson, who's at 270 on the year. On the ground and up the middle. Had enough gas to sneak through. A leadoff single for Larson. A couple guys have the net gaiters, and now they're all getting pulled up. Add another element to this game, you got the wet ball.
He's getting seen a new ball every time he touches base.
For the video of the professional a few years ago who was pitching in like a hailstorm or whatever, he just kept asking for a ball and refused to pitch.
First pitch swinging, Copeland, it's fouled to the screen, 0-1.
So it might be suggested, but
And already, if the stream cuts out, I apologize, but we're already experiencing a little bit of temperamental issues thanks to the weather. Fouled away, it's 1-2.
I think it's the last home game. Yeah, exactly. No need to schedule anymore.
I heard we're having a summer tournament here this year.
I was talking to Girl Club about that. They're having a third party put it on that we
Throw over to first, scampering back is Larson.
It's by the GSL, which is a really good tournament thing. So they'll play here or in our Rotary. So I'll basically be here all day just freaking taking care of the mound.
Look over at first. And the 1-2 got Copeland chasing.
sounded like you found something.
Yeah, the catcher caught it.
Now batting third baseman number 8, Michael Peter. Yeah, I got emailed.
I'll bring up Michael Peter.
AD at LC State and Sean Dolan's trying to get me to go help with the World Series for
Oh, really? That place is a pretty good experience.
0-1 to open the at-bat to Michael Peter. Oh, and 2. Johnson not wasting any time.
He had 9 hits to the first 2 innings.
Vikings have tied it up 1-1 over in Bellingham. The only run for the Vikings scored on a wild pitch.
That's ridiculous. Who's catching? Gosh darn it. That's. Ooh, hit him.
Yeah, advancing to second is Larson. It'll go down as a pass ball on Zellner. And it's 1-2 on Peter.
Get this guy out of here. I'm taking care of that mound for another 3 years. Yeah, I don't know who to trust for that one, to be honest.
On a line, and that'll be through. Desi Story going to hold Larson at third. It's runners on the corners with 1 out.
I think you might give it to Ridley. Because Ridley's a redshirt freshman and he's here for 3 more years. So yeah, 4. Yeah, so he'll be.
Now batting first baseman number 39, Andrew Van Kemsky.
He's a smart dude. And he's pretty on top of things. He's the one that chases balls.
Yeah.
Foul balls. I'd probably give it to him. He's got to show him how to do it though. It's not that hard.
I told Roman he injured himself out of being the foul ball guy.
He did.
Well, no, that's because Roman's the other red shirt. He gets to sit up here and Ridley has to go there and foul ball.
Oh, dang it!
Van Kemsky just misses that one. Long run into no man's land. The catch is made, and Larson didn't get a good enough jump.
Dude, he just missed that.
So he'll have to stay over at third. And that'll take the sacrifice fly out of play.
Dude, he just missed that.
Now batting
Now with 2 down.
He just missed that ball, man.
Here's Tripoli. First pitch, a breaking ball, 0-1.
He had a first pitch fastball, too. I'm surprised.
Looks like the rain and hail may have lightened up a little bit.
Mouth will come back because he said that.
0-1's fouled away, 0-2. Runner going on the 0-2, and Peter will steal second without a throw.
Get the white pants dirty for the last time. On the road.
Tripoli, a little liner over the head of Moniz at second. 1 run's going to come around a score. Peter will score. It's 6-3.
Left fielder number 11, Zach Merriman.
Popped up. Right side of the infield. Moniz camped under it, and he'll make the grab to end the inning. But the Wildcats do get 2 back on the RBI single by Tripoli. 6-3 as we head to the top of the third. Top of the third, Ochi leading off. Fouls back the first pitch he sees. Neither side's been able to put up a 0 through the first 2. Chopped to third. Peter. And on the tag, they get Ochi. Somebody's excited about that tag from Van Kempsky.
Now batting right field is number 25, Jackson Holstad.
She's committed.
Oh, and one to Holst. And it's on the ground to second. Larson fields it and got him.
He was safe. He was 100% safe.
I like how you cleaned it up and called
Two down now on the inning.
left fielder number 2, Levi Cunningham.
Oh, Van Kempsky struggled to field that throw from Larson. It was a little bit down. He was able to recover in time. And the first pitch is a ball to Cummings, 1-0.
You are wrong. That's it. You like me some rods. I will say that. That's why I go with 301.
1-1 the count on Cummings.
Those are just
Little check swing over into the first base coach's box. He swings full. He might have had a double there.
they are just actually desperate.
Yeah, the 1-2 fouled off.
He didn't care about baseball.
Yeah, he said he's sort of smoking.
Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss down in the dirt. Olin's going to have to make the throw, and he does. First 0 of the ball game. The Wolves go down in order at 6-3 when we come back for the bottom of the third. On the bottom of the third, Adam Fossil leads off. Oh for 1 in game 2. First pitch swinging, and it's out of play. The 0-1. On the ground at third, Herzog scoops it up. Strong throw across for out number 1.
He was. Come on.
Now batting the catcher, number 13, Austin Olin.
Big hack there by Olin, 0-1.
He's really got a big barrel.
1-1.
Yeah, it would in this game.
Here's the 2-1. Lifted. Behind the bag at second. Shallow outfield. The Mabins and Monies go back for it, and it's Derek Mabin who comes away with it. 2 down.
Right fielder number 9, Tyler McLean.
Yeah, just about over half of his hits have been doubles or home runs. Not mixing with that.
Stung on the ground a third. And McLean will beat it out for an infield single. Good job by Herzog to knock it down.
You have 5 hits, right? What? You have 5 hits, right?
Yes.
Second baseman number 14, Charlie Larson. The only error that you had all day was missing a ball with 1 count.
Yeah, I'm pretty damn good.
You're on pace for a perfect game right now.
Oh, shit. This puts a lot of pressure on me.
Inside, a little flare. That'll get down. Back-to-back hits by the Wildcats with 2 outs, a little life.
Swiss Army knife. The designated hitter number 18, Michael Copeland. Desi Swiss Army knife.
Just hit a routine fly ball to right field.
Over for a strike, 0-1. Oh, and 2. Copeland watches the first 2 go by.
He's had a bad weekend as well.
I think he gets better on the road. I never really seen him do anything here.
In the air to left on 0-2, struck well and deep, and that's going to get down. 1 run will score, and Desi Story was trying to wave around Charlie Larson, and Larson wasn't paying attention. Six to 4 after the Copeland double.
Listen to your coach, dude. Trying to do things your way.
Now batting third baseman number 8, Michael Peter. Yeah, for coach runs you into an out, he runs you into an out. But that's his error, not yours.
It's a lot of problem for a team, too. The guys think they know more than they do. Want to do their own thing. Like, dude, just listen to what he says. And then if you make a mistake, it's on him because he told you what to do. That's snow.
Yeah, I just saw snow.
That is snow. That's
Well, now it's snowing here in Ellensburg.
Why is the thing not coming? Yeah, that's snow. You know what I'm saying? Like, some guys think that they can do it their way. Like, just listen to your coach. Like, he's your college coach. Don't try and mess
0-1.
You may not like
1-1.
Right.
the style of play, but
Like, dude, you're playing for him just so you agree with it. And that's why I think outside of baseball guys are cool, but then inside baseball guys are really old.
1-1.
Last year we didn't really give a shit what the coach said. We just played baseball.
Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Peter chases that one.
Feel relaxed. Did what we could do. Look at the result. Coach wants you to bunt. You bunt. Coach wants you to go home.
Tying run on second. Here's the 1-2. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. 2's everywhere here.
Stop on his own. Desi's waving the whole time.
No, it's 3-1. According to the home plate umpire.
Wow, I feel absolutely
Huh.
surprised.
Here's the 3-1. That is foul territory. And the catch will be made by Stark to end the inning. Central gets one more back. It's 6-4 when we come back for the top of the fourth. Top of the lineup for Jacob Maben. And he'll lead off the top of the fourth. Jake Bradley back out. And that'll be a first pitch single. Laced it through the left side.
Third baseman number 4, Justin Herzog.
I looked up and just saw him standing there, and I'm like, Coach, you should have been waving
No,
because
no,
he was
he was waving. No, he was waving. He was waving.
Currently getting the steal sign.
We were roll through.
Swing and a miss by Herzog, 0-1.
Rock bottom, maybe? Desi was waving the whole time.
Richardson.
That's right. Him or Bo probably next. Yeah, him and then Bo.
The 0-1. 0-2, it's fouled off the screen.
That ball is
Sure it's 0-2? There's not 1-1.
the first guy just swung. Something. If he does, I believe over the announcement, like, hey, it's 0-2, umpire, get ready. 'Cause
Oh, right.
And just misses. 1 and 2.
I think it's on the I could just say that about the scoreboard with the situation. The weather, I had it right the whole time.
Oh, come on.
Boo.
And it's 2-2. That one's outside as well. Got the hometown fans chirping. Those that the weather has not scared off yet. Swing and a miss. Herzog down for out number 1.
Shortstop number 26, Derek Maven.
Okay, the real question is, can we get Stark in on next guy? So real question.
One down and a runner on first. Eric Maben comes to the dish. He's 0 for 2 with 2 runs batted in. Runner going. It's a hit and run into right.
Oh, he didn't touch. No, he's out a second.
McLean.
He's out a second either way. He's out a second. He didn't touch second. He didn't retouch second. He should be out.
Go, throw it.
And Oland.
He didn't retouch second.
And that's going to be the out.
He didn't retouch
Maben failed to touch back up at second. And that will end the inning.
That shit's
It's 6-4. Headed to the bottom of the fourth. Bottom of the fourth, Van Kempsky leads off.
I prefer high school, so they're somewhat mature, not middle school little idiots. But
So Ellensburg High School football coach, Zenizek, he was my high school football
First
coach.
one pumped over for a strike.
what are we doing?
He was my high school coach sophomore year, and he was the soccer PE coach. And
Oh,
they just
nice.
played indoor soccer.
Yep.
He just showed up and let him play soccer all class long. Didn't care. Everyone loved the guy.
I like to.
EO1. Big swing by Van Kempsky, 0-2.
That was a gross check. I'd like to do like strength conditioning. That'd be kind of sick. Because I actually know quite a bit.
Dude, I had, oh my god.
Then you have issues with kids not trying to lift weights. They just want to be there to get the credit.
My junior year, our strength and conditioning like PE teacher or whatever left, and so I took like a weight class for a PE, and they had one of the art teachers be the
0-2 on the ground. Backhanded by Moniz. He spins.
Ridiculous play.
Throws to first for out number 1.
the shortstop number 2, Trevor Tripoli.
First pitch over a strike, 0-1 to Trevor Tripoli.
First time through line two is all curveballs, now it's all fastballs.
1 for 1. He drove in 2 with a single his first time up.
I prefer catcher calling because pitcher has more feel for his stuff than coaches do.
Foul the way, 1 and 2.
Be able to call your own game without messing up, unless you're a freshman. In my opinion.
2 and 2. It's upstairs. Lineup card will flip over after Tripoli. Back to the top for Berryman. Wind blowing out towards left field now, or left center. You don't see that too often here in Ellensburg. And Tripoli down by way of the K, 2 gone.
Left fielder number 11, Zach.
Third strikeout of the evening for Johnson. And here's Zach Berryman.
I only have 2.
Yeah, maybe the second one. Breaking ball misses 1-0.
I have Tripp striking out and Cope striking out. Who's the other one?
7 hits, 4 earned runs for Johnson on the ledger, and that one's got a piece of Berryman. Today is definitely the day you don't rub it.
Now batting center fielder number 7, Adam Fossil. Josh, I'll let you know if they do it again, but I think those Western Oregon kids made a problem when they're trying to get them to shut up. They just walked away, but they were sitting there trying to untie whatever metal wire is twisted around there. That might explain why it was open earlier, because I had to let Desi know.
First pitch to Fossil is skied on the infield. Moniz camped under it, and he's got it for out number 3. We'll head to the top of the 5th. It's 6-4, Western Oregon leading. Top of the 5th. Stark leading off. It's a 1-1 count on Stark. And the snow, slush, hail, rain, whatever it is, it's coming down at a pretty good clip now. And make that number 4 on the series for Stark. It's his world. We're all just living in it. 7-4 with the solo home run.
Now batting catcher number 9, Anthony Zellner.
And here's Anthony Zellner, the catcher. 4 home runs in 1 series. That is an impressive weekend. And now some big flakes coming down. Zellner fouls it away. And, almost right back to the home plate umpire. That was a quick heel turn by the home plate umpire. I don't want to get that one. 0-1 the count. Oh, that one's fouled off Olin's glove, 0-2. I'm surprised we haven't seen any accessories been brought out to the mound. It does look. The mound does look in pretty good shape.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
This is dribbled back to the mound. Bradley the flip for out number 1.
You can take care of that mound. That's my son out there. That mound is my.
Now batting second baseman number 3, Leighton Moniz.
So with 1 away, Leighton Moniz will step in.
God, it's dumb.
You guys don't have an infield.
Bradley's first pitch misses outside 1-0.
I was just curious what the price was. I'm not saying it should. I mean, it could help. I mean, or be nice, but it's kind of fun as we don't turf.
It would not be nice, actually. I do not want to have to be here all day plus that. We're going to play day games.
I don't mind like having no lights. It's fine. I just think it'd be the only reason we would get turf, or the only reason we would get lights if we had turf. Turf is like 500K though.
Yeah.
But I'd make that we'd get turf way before we get lights.
I can see turf being a viable option, and then you can host state events here.
Host so many things. You get a lot more money too. It kind of makes sense.
3 and 1.
But turf probably won't be until the Pavs done. 500K is a lot for turf though.
Moniz 0 for 2 in game 2. And the count will run full with that called strike.
Probably won't get it though, because then if we get turf, doesn't softball people?
Bikiochi on deck.
I think that's how it works. So,
That's how it works or not?
that's hard to say.
Because I mean,
Title IX's not exactly every single night.
Through the left side.
I know. I'm just saying.
First hit of the game for Moniz.
Depends how it's funded.
Oh, that's a good point. So they would like straight from the school, okay, baseball needs turf, boom, they get turf, and softball probably do the same thing.
Bradley will call time and swap out the baseball.
Designated hitter number 10, Hibikiochi.
It doesn't seem, if it seems kind of imbalanced, you know what I mean? Really bad, but things seem pretty even.
30 pinch runner.
I mean, softball plays on all dirt too, so it's not like it's. You can kind of like, it's not like terrible. And they actually have a tarp though. Their field does. We don't have a tarp. So I think it's good we can make the argument that we need it, and they don't. But
Pinch running at first for the Wolves, number 30, Darian Knoll.
Knoll running at first.
we'll be down the line.
Wolves dipping into their reserves here. On the ground is short. 6-4-3. Twin killing. Bradley gets out of the inning. Just a solo home run from Stark. It's 7-4 when we head to the bottom of the 5th. Seventh inning, Austin Olin leads things off. Valdez is taken over at second. And a check swing. Olin's going to have to kick it into 5th gear. Stark almost lost an edge, but they do get Olin at first. My, oh my, what a broken play that was. One down
For right fielder number 9, Tyler McLean.
for Tyler McLean. Wildcats down to their final out over in Bellingham, trailing 3-1 to the Vikings. The tying run is on first, however. Here's the first pitch to McLean. Laces that one. If it's fair, it's gone. It's foul.
326-foot strike.
Got to put it in between the white lines. That was one of Randy Phillips' favorite sayings, that and find some greenery. Bails on that one. It's 0-2. He swung out of his shoes. The 0-2 from Johnson. Backing out of play. Foul the way to stay alive.
Wolves have 12 in the bullpen. Vaughn.
Oh, that freshman's.
And another foul ball.
Hanging slider.
Oh, and 2, a slider away, 1-2.
He's probably the best pitching stats in the conference.
Another foul ball.
Against the worst pitching and defense in the conference. They're one of the worst pitching.
McLean hanging around. Longer the at-bat goes.
Oh,
Never mind. This one's in play to right. Holstad is there. And there are 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Well, it's final from Bellingham. The Vikings take game 2, 3-1.
God, Cats.
Second baseman number 14, Charlie Larson.
Cats just haven't got a win today.
Been a rough day for Central Athletics. Still looking for their first win. Larson fouls away the first pitch he sees. It's 0-1.
Well, I got to graduate with a Bachelor's of Science by next spring first, so.
Pumped over for a strike. 0-2 to Larson.
I probably got it done by now. This guy's just pitching really good.
Popped up. Right side, right down the first baseline. And the catch will be made to retire Larson. So the Wildcats go down 1-2-3. Top of the 6th coming up. Wolves lead it 7-4. Top of the 6th, Holstad leads off.
25, Jackson Holstead.
Just to see if someone gets bad.
Holstad 0 for 2 so far. Bradley back out there for Central.
25, Richie Alves.
1-0 inside. Holstad dances out of the way.
Yeah. He didn't quit. He's just focusing on football. Yeah, because they have enough coordinators. They want to stay,
2-0, make it 3-0. Olin held that one for a little bit longer than I think the home plate umpire liked. And a 4-pitch walk to open the inning.
Left fielder number 2, Levi Cummings.
Some action in the Wildcats bullpen, some action in the Wolves bullpen. Cummings tries to get the bunt down, the throw to second. He's out of there. Olin shows off the arm for out number 1.
Center fielder number 28, Jacob Maben.
And back to the top of the order now for Jacob Maben. 2 for 3 in this one. On the ground is second, 6-4. 3 double plays. Seen a lot of those this weekend. Well, head to the bottom of the 6th. Central still trailing by 3. On the bottom of the 6th, Michael Copeland leading off. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI in this game. Swinging first pitch. Stark fields it. The flip to first. That's out number 1.
Third baseman number 8, Michael Peter.
And that'll bring out Peter, 1 for 2. One and 0. Big hack there. It's 1-1. 1-1's to second. Valdez snares it on the hop. And the throw over for out number 2. Wolves have showed off the leather quite a few times in this series.
Now batting first baseman number 39, Andrew Van Kemsky.
He has just a typical pro walk-up stance, I'd say.
Outside corner 0-1. He thought about taking a hack at it.
I can't tell the outside corner a little bit. Nice little pitch. Slider.
Backdoors him 0-2.
Jeez, this guy. How many pitches this guy? Like, let's see, I guess he's in the sixth. 80? 71.
Johnson at 71 pitches. 54 of them have been strikes. That'll be a 2-out single on an 0-2 pitch. That caught way too much of the plate. Van Kemsky, a nice job there to send it back through the middle. And time called. That ball's got to be swapped out.
Shortstop number 2, Tripoli.
Here's Trevor Tripoli, 1 for 2 with 2 runs batted in. Twisting fly into right center. And Jacob Maben's got it to end the inning. The Wildcats strand 1. We're heading to the top of the 7th. It's 7-4 Western Oregon. Top of the 7th, Bradley's back out, and Herzog will lead off against him. The sun trying to poke through, doing its best. Give us a little bit of relief from what has been some nasty weather. Chop foul, it's 0-2.
How about just like throw him 3 sliders down the way? Nothing with fastball. Have you ever thought about that too?
0-2. Back up the middle. Second 0-2 hit we've seen
Shortstop number 26.
just recently.
Ground ball to short. Like him and
Squaring around a bunt, pulls back, it's called the ball. Squares around a bunt, gets it down. It's a well-placed bunt. Peter the throw. That'll be out number 1. And here's Stark. 3 for 3, 3 ribbies in this game. He's got 4 home runs on the series already. And they'll give him the free pass. And Kramer Champlin coming out of the dugout, maybe. And a pinch runner over at first. It looks like Spencer Weston, I believe. Kramer Champlin gets the A-OK to head to the mound. And the entire infield's going to join the meeting of the minds on the mound.
Pinch running for the Wolves at first base, number 5, Spencer Weston. Now batting the catcher, number 9, Anthony Zellner.
Bradley's going to stay out there. Here's Zellner. Got 2 on and 1 away. Over for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 0-2 count. Oh, 2. Down and away, 1-2. On the ground, right side. Van Kemsky fires to second for 1. And Tripoli will hang on, so it's runners on the corners with 2 down. They get the pinch runner, Spencer Weston.
Second baseman, number 1, Zach Valdez.
Here's Zach Valdez, who entered into the ball game as a defensive replacement. Umpire just now entering him into the ball game, despite that he entered as a defensive replacement in the last half inning. First pitch misses, a ball, 1-0. And that'll get a run home. A little seeing eye single from Valdez. 8-4. And it looks like the Wildcats are going to the bullpen. So we'll take a timeout. And we will be right back. There's 2 down in the top of the 7th. Drew Richardson on in relief. 10 and a third innings, 2.71 ERA. He's got 9 strikeouts. And he will face Ochi as his first batter. Ochi 1 for 3 in game number 2, back in the designated hitter spot. Two and 0. Two zero high to right field. McLean has it. And that is out number 3, but the Wolves get 1. Their lead now 8-4 as we head to the final frame. Johnson's going to run back out there, trying to get the complete game. And he'll have to face the top of the order to do so. Berryman leads off. First pitch is down a ball. A 1-0. On the ground left side, Derek Maben. Ooh, a little bobble. The throw, not in time. It'll be an infield single for Berryman. And it looks like that might be it. No signal to the bullpen yet. There it is. Well, that'll do it. Johnson goes 6+. We'll be right back after the pitching change. Well, nobody out in the bottom of the seventh, excuse me. Dunaway is going to take over. A couple defensive changes as well. Witt's over at first and Mitchell's over in right now. Dunaway came in game number 2 yesterday and finished it off. Looking to do the same here. Not a save situation for him. And it's fouled away.
Whoever else is on base, like such 4 runs.
So normally, so if we had runners on first and second, it would be the same.
I thought it was like every out counts a run, and if anyone's on base.
Oh, 1 is in the dirt, 1-1. Good block by Zellner.
Wow. Oh yeah, you give him no play.
Or if we went 9 and he pitched 3 effective, like 1 hit, no hit innings, then I would do the same. Gotcha. That's also my discretion. So if I think that we just something to play.
Here's the 1-1 to Fossil. It'll be 2-1. Time called. Three and one. Again, this is the danger of bringing in a reliever in a game like this. It's so cold. Dunaway was throwing for quite a while down there, and they've now got another right-hander up in the bullpen as well. And it'll be a walk for Fossil.
Now batting catcher number 13, Austin Nolan.
And here's Austin Oland.
Yep, it's Bryce Bond again.
Bryce Bond throwing for the Wolves.
He's gotten on the top 4 times in the last 2 games.
First pitch, a ball. Swing and a miss, even at 1 and 1. Two and one.
They walk over and McClane walks it off in the grand slam on senior day. Oh, boy. Oh, I forgot.
Dunaway trying to get the first out here. And go a long way to trying to securing this victory. Long look in, the 2-1. 3 and 1.
Oh my God.
3-1 is stung to straightaway center. Jacob Mabin's got it, tagging and advancing to third. It'll be runners on the corners. Berryman at third, Fossil at first, and here's Tyler McClain.
Right fielder number 9, Tyler McClain.
I just figured out who Tyler McClain reminds me of batting stance-wise. He's a right-handed version of Mickey Tettleton. Evan Longoria is not a bad selection either. Just kind of that straight up and down. I mean, he's almost perfectly in line with where Mickey Tettleton kept his hands. Tettleton, a catcher, played back in 1984 through 1997. Started this little game by looking for Austin Oland's MLB counterpart in stances. And that ball is tagged. That might have been over Nakatomi Plaza. It's a 3-run shot. 8-7.
Dude, if Charlie would have scored. Get a second home run of the day.
Second home run of the day for McClain. It's just a 1-run ball game.
Home run of the day.
And that's taking the wind out of the sails of the Wolves bench. Bond continuing to throw in the bullpen. That was a towering, no doubt, home run from McLean. If that is his final at-bat at the CW baseball field, that's one way to go out. Breaking ball over, called strike. Got to imagine another runner here. Bond looks ready to go in the bullpen. That would have to be it for Dunaway. 0-2.
He's about to blow this pitcher about to blow this thing to win for the guy over at CG.
The 0-2. Up and in, 1-2. Larson 2 for 3. Copeland waits on deck. Dunaway winds and delivers. In the dirt, counts even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dunaway set. Here's the 2-2. In the air to right. Struck well, but not well enough. Mitchell will make the catch. 2 down.
Wow. Loopy. Last
Wildcats down to their final out.
potentially his last hit.
And it'll be the senior Michael Copeland coming to the dish. 1 for 3 with an RBI. And a lot of discussion going on down there in the Wolves dugout, and now time is called. And I haven't seen this coach make his way out.
Talk strategy.
It's the Wolves' third base coach. Copeland, 311 on the year, no home runs, 20 runs batted in, and he scored 25 times. Now the home plate umpire is going to go out and break up the meeting. Nothing worse than making it 3/4 of the way out, and then they stop and break it up themselves. Bond's ready in the bullpen.
Oh boy.
First pitch to Copeland. And he chases a fastball upstairs, 0-1. Sitting dead ran on a fastball up in the zone, and he got it. Just couldn't get the hands to it. 0-1. Breaking ball over a strike, 0-2. Central down to their final strike. Now the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Dunaway stops the bleeding, and the Wolves take it 8-7. McLean's 3-run fly brought them within 1. But that's where this ball game will end. (8-7) here in the final. And you look back at this one, Charlie Larson stopping at third turns out to be a pretty big run missed. So the Wolves take 3 out of 4 from the Wildcats. And Central will go on the road for the final week of the series, or of the season, excuse me. 12 games remaining on the Wildcats schedule. And they'll have to do it all on the road. But from all of us here at Central Washington, thanks for tuning in. Have a great weekend.